Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna have to be a little bit more quiet in this video. It's like 12 o'clock at night right now and my fiance just went to bed, but I was so excited about filming this video that I just couldn't wait any longer. So this is gonna be a what's in my freelance makeup artist kit. There are a few odds and ends I have to get, and I'll get to that along with the video, but this is pretty much it. So I think total this was about $500 to $600. So pretty much everything I got is either from CameraReadyCosmetics.com or Morphe Brushes. So if you haven't heard of Camera Ready Cosmetics, I'm pretty sure they're just an online retailer. I'm not really sure if they have an actual store, but they sell pretty much every single makeup artist brand you can think of. It's like not the stuff you find at Sephora. I mean, there are some things you can get at Sephora, like they have Becca Cosmetics and they have what else do they have? I'm not really sure. I will link their website below so you guys can check them out, but they have Graftobian, RCMA. They do have their own line. They have a Camera Ready Cosmetics line. They have just everything you can think of. Just everything. So yeah, make sure you guys check them out. Just a little secret, a little FYI. A lot of the makeup artist brands, like the legit makeup artist brands like Ben Nye, Graftobian, and brands like that, they are actually pretty well priced with like some drugstore prices and some high-end prices too. Like with Graftobian, which is a makeup artist brand, they have some things that are $7, $8, $9, $10, and then they have some palettes and stuff that kind of get up there in price. But if you really think about it, for the amount of product you're getting, it's way better than what you would find at Sephora. It's like makeup junkie world on Camera Ready Cosmetics. So yeah, I'm not sponsored, I'm not paid or anything. And then with Morphe Brushes, I pretty much got all my brushes and most of my palettes from there. I'm gonna first start with my Camera Ready Cosmetics order, and then I'll go into Morphe Brushes and Colourpop and all that stuff. So let's start with the face. Let's start with like prepping and all that stuff. But this is the RCMA Pre-Foundation Moisture Lotion, and this is $12. This is a 2-ounce size, so this is kind of like a little tester type thing, but I haven't tried this yet. And by the way, I am going to try all this stuff because I don't want to use something on someone else not even knowing if it works or how it works. So yeah, you gotta test it on yourself before you test it on your clients. But it's supposed to be good for all skin types. So as far as facial primer goes, I couldn't really find anything that just intrigued me and was at a reasonable price. So I'm probably going to get something at Sephora, or I may get on there again and look. I'm not really sure. But I did pick up this, what is this called? This is the, okay, I don't really know how to pronounce this name. I've never heard of this before, but we'll call it Mehron. This is the Mehron Skin Prep Pro. It's kind of like a primer, but kind of not. It's supposed to be used for targeted areas to prevent sweating. So this is going to be perfect on brides or people going to prom that are going to be sweating and, you know, dancing and all that stuff. So that's why I got this, because I thought this would be so cool to absorb the oil in people's face when they're sweating and whatnot, because if you put on a full face of makeup and it looks beautiful, you don't want it sweating off throughout the night. And this had incredible reviews, and it's only $8.50 and you get 4 fluid ounces. That's amazing. So on to like setting spray type things. This is the Cinema Secrets Moisture Spray. A lot of people were saying that this was just as good, if not better, than the Max Fix Plus. So this was only $10, and you also get 4 ounces in that. This is an all-purpose moisture spray designed to add moisture to the skin. It also says it helps like cream foundations to spread, and it also says it provides a dewy, fresh look. So yeah, this is something you could put on before your makeup or after your makeup to kind of help all of the powders and liquids just unify into your skin. So I'm very, very excited about this, and it's only $10. And then for setting spray, I got this Graftobian makeup setting spray. This is $7.99. This is only a 2-ounce bottle. They do have bigger sizes, and that's another thing with most of the products. They have smaller sizes, and then they have like huge sizes that do cost a little bit more, obviously, but I just wanted to try everything out, and if I decide I like it, then I can just go and pick up the bigger sizes. Whatever, you get it. So yeah, you basically just apply this after your makeup's on just to lock it in. So I am very excited about that. And then just a quick little miscellaneous product. This is the Ben Nye Glitter Glue. It was $7 and you get 1 fluid ounce. So that's a pretty good amount. Literally every single review was so good at this. So next is eye primer, and again it's this Mehron brand. I'm not really sure, but this is the primed eye primer. So this is $14.99 and you get 0.5 ounces. So it's not a whole lot of product. It does come in a tube. This had one of the best reviews on there for eye primers. So it's a pretty small little tube. It actually looks like a trial size, but this says it allows pigments to never crease or fade. It's super long lasting. It keeps colors vibrant all day and night. I did use it today. My eyeshadows have stayed on so much longer. It didn't conceal my eyelids, but I didn't have a problem with it either. It just smoothed over my eyelids and it made everything apply so much easier. It didn't stay tacky or anything. It dried and it set really, really quick, and it set as if I did apply a powder on top. So I am really impressed with this so far. May have to get some for myself. Now on to the biggest part of this order, the foundations. So regularly the cream foundations, this is the Graftobian cream palette. I heard so many people talk about this. You get 18 colors in this, and you get this ginormous mirror, but each one of these individually I think is about $80. I think these are $79.99. So they had a deal on there where you could get 3 palettes. So they have a neutral, warm, and cool palette, plus a concealer corrector type palette, and also a lip palette for $245. So if you got all 3 of the foundation palettes, which you need just to suit all skin colors, it would be $240. So I got 2 extra things, which were pretty pricey on their own, for like $5 more. So I think that is amazing. Let me go through each one of these for you guys so you can have just an idea of what each one looks like. And I am wearing this cream foundation on my face today, and it has stayed on all day long. It was so easy to apply, it was so blendable, and these are made to work with all skin types, whether you're oily, dry, normal, whatever the case may be. And they have such a wide variety of colors that it's going to be impossible for you not to find a color that matches your client. So here is the warm palette. Again, you get 18 shades. It goes from light to dark. On the back it does have each individual color name. You can buy these individually on that website. I'm not really sure how much these are individually, but you do get more products. So if you do find one that you really like for yourself, you can just go and buy your own. So here is the warm palette. So obviously this is going to be more for your warm undertones. And then they have a cool palette, and keep in mind you can also conceal with these foundations. So this is your foundation, your concealer, and you can also highlight and contour and bronze and all that stuff. So this is a very multi-purpose, versatile product, and I highly recommend it. So in this one you get very odd shades down here at the bottom. I'm holding it upside down, but you get really weird shades down here. I haven't really messed with them or anything yet because I don't really want to like disinfect everything yet. And then they have the neutral palette, which is going to be for your neutral skin tone people, and I use these 2 shades right here, the second and third lightest. But this shade right here looks like a purpley taupe color. But when I got the surface of the product off and swatched it, it was actually like a blackish purple color. So yeah, these bottom ones in this palette and the cool palette are kind of wonky. I'm going to have to do a little mixing and matching and seeing what works better. And it's very full coverage. You can shear it down and make it like a really light coverage, or you can really build it up. And then it also came with this lip color super palette. So this is a ginormous cream lip palette. So I haven't tried these yet. I usually don't go for like cream lipsticks or lipsticks in a palette form, but it ranges from nudes to pinks to rosy colors, berries. And then that kit also came with this little corrector palette. I'm not really sure how much this is on its own, but it just comes with an orange, a yellow, a green, a pink, and then a really, really light highlight color. So I also used this palette a little bit today. Very impressed, very high quality. Since cream foundations can kind of be a little bit too much sometimes, where they are full coverage, I got this RCMA makeup thinner. This is to mix with the cream foundation, and it's supposed to make it a little bit thinner and a little bit easier to work with. So yeah, that is pretty much all I got from Camera Cosmetics. And as far as like face powder goes, I didn't get any extra because I have these Ben Nye powders. I have the neutral set colorless powder, and then the banana powder that everyone raves about. And I personally don't really like these. I have products that I like better, but these are made to suit every skin type, and there's a ton of product in these, so these are definitely targeted toward makeup artists. Yeah, but everything was packaged so well. I have nothing but good things to say about Camera Cosmetics. My order came within a week. The other time that I ordered the Ben Nye powders, and it came within like 4 or 5 days. So yeah, very good company to work with. They're very trustworthy. So I guess before I get to the Morphe Brushes stuff, I'll show you guys a little miscellaneous stuff. So for highlighter, I have these 2 loose powder highlighters that would last forever if you're a makeup artist, and I do like these quite a bit, but they're just not personally my favorite. But these are the Artist Couture Diamond Glow powders, and I had the shades Illuminati and Conceited. Illuminati is just a beautiful like silvery champagne color that would look good on everybody, and then Conceited is more of a rose gold, so this would be beautiful on like warmer skin tones. And then for eyeliners, I want to go with the best of the best, so you guys know I had to get some Colourpop. So Colourpop eyeliners are my absolute favorite. I got 3 shades. I got the shade Swerve, which is just a rich jet black. You can't go wrong with this shade. Everyone needs this in their kit. And then I got Brew-Haha, which is a really dark chocolatey brown, just kind of like a neutral brown. And then I got the shade No Shame, which is a very dark purpley plum. I thought that would be pretty as a base, or in the waterline, just kind of just something other than black, just to not make it so harsh looking. And these are only $6. And by the way, these Artist Couture Diamond Glow powders are $21 or $26. I'm not really sure. I'll link all the websites to everything I'm talking about below, so if you guys want to check it out, you can. Okay, so now on to Morphe brushes. This is called the Brow 8 palette. So it does come with 8 shades. You get 6 brow colors, and then you get a wax and a concealer. And then I also got their blush palette. This is the 9B palette, so it comes with 9 blushes. I did use a few of them today. And then you guys know I have to have me a highlight and contour palette. I gotta have the 9C highlighting and contour palette. How many more times am I going to say that? So yeah, here is what it looks like. Every shade in here is matte aside from this shade right here in the middle. This is a shimmery highlight color, but these are so beautiful. This would work for pretty much everyone. I don't think there's a skin color that couldn't wear this. Then for eyeshadow palettes, I got the 35S, which is so beautiful. I have to play with this immediately. You have pretty much every shade in the rainbow in here. Then I got this 35N palette, which is all mattes. The other one I just showed you, the 35S, was shimmers and mattes. This next palette is pretty much a shimmery version of this one, but this is the 35W palette. So this is the exact same layout and everything as the 35N palette. Well, let me hold this up for you guys too. So here's the 35W and here's the 35N. As you can see, well, hopefully you can see, like, the colors are the exact same. Most of these are shimmers, and I just wanted a really wide variety of matte shades. So I think I did a pretty good job with the eyeshadow palettes. I think I can create pretty much any type of look with those 3 palettes. So I did get some single brushes along with 2 brush sets. The reason I got 2 brush sets instead of 1 is because if you're doing, like, say you're doing prom makeup and you have more than 1 client a day and you don't have time to go back and clean your brushes and let them dry and all that stuff, then you have 1 set on standby. But there were a few individual brushes that I needed because, well, I needed them. So I got this M432 brush, which I think they call a flat definer brush. But this is the one that Jaclyn Hill talks about for using along her lower lash line. She applies a color really close to the lash line and then blends out with something else. And then I got this M458 brush, which is a contour brush. And they do have several of these, and each one has like different heights as far as the bristles go. I'm not really sure how long this one was. I think it was like an inch. I got this to try with contouring, but if not, I was going to use it for baking. So yeah, I did try this with contouring today, and it just didn't blend out very well. It's good for applying contour powder, but it's not good for blending out. And then I got this big Mac Daddy here. This is the MB5 brush, and this is pretty much just a big fluffy stippling brush. But I got this for using body products, for like applying like a luminizer or a bronzer along the chest area or neck. And then I had to get my favorite eyebrow brush. I know both the kits I have came with eyebrow brushes, but I had to have this. This is the E29 brush. I talked about this in my favorites video recently. It comes with the angled brow brush on one side and then a spoolie on the other, and it's just perfect. It works with every type of brow product. It's amazing. And then since I'm so bad at wing liner, I wanted a brush that would kind of help me make the actual wing and just make it really tiny and sharp. So I got this M240-1 brush. This is a very, very tiny little detailed liner brush, and I did get 2, one for myself and one for my kit, and I have been using it, and it actually does really help you make that really thin little cat eye. And it's not really good for the entire lash line because it's so tiny and it just doesn't cover a lot of space, but this is absolutely amazing for actually drawing the wing. And then for highlighter, I've heard so many good things about this. This is the M501 brush. This is another one that I got for myself as well. It's just a really tiny, kind of tapered off highlighter brush, and I have been using this for highlighter and I do love it. So now onto brush sets. I'm usually not a big fan of sets because they usually just come with very, very basic brushes, and at first I got like a ton of individual brushes and my total was outrageous. And then I was like, wait a minute, they have sets and they actually look pretty good. So I got 2 of them and they were both $40, I believe. These are sets that I think I'm gonna get for myself because they have everything you need for your entire face. So this first one I have is called the Deluxe Badger set. It comes with 15 brushes, and I'm pretty sure it was $40. And recently I've come to find out that I absolutely love the Badger collection in the Morphe line. I just love the way they blend out products. So each brush is so versatile. You can use it for so many different things, like this big fluffy brush, for instance. You could use it for setting powder, you could use it for bronzer, you could use it for blush, and you can also buy these individually, but on these brushes there's no name for them, there's no number. So actually a lot of these brushes are ones that I had in my cart individually, and then I was like, like, wait a minute, that has kind of the same name. I wonder if it's the same, and I looked at them and it was pretty much the exact same thing. And then the other one I got is an 18-piece set. This is the SABLE brush sets, and these are all so soft. The other kit is so soft too. But I absolutely love these. There's amazing blending brushes in here. There's amazing face brushes, eye brushes, everything. I am so impressed. And then something random, I got this little palette and spatula to use for my cream foundations and stuff, because you don't want to be dipping a brush or a sponge or your finger into the actual product, because that's just not sanitary. But I think this was $12.99 for both things. And then last, I got this little makeup bag. I thought this was going to be so much bigger than what it was. This was like $18. So here's what it looks like. It's just a clear bag, and it has the Morphe Brush logo down here. So it has this big pocket in the middle here, kind of big. This is like a medium-sized bag, and then it has one pocket on each side. So it has that on one side, and then this on the other. So yeah, I took several pictures of this bag filled with a ton of products I got, just to kind of show you guys like how much it carries and how it zips and stuff, and just kind of like how it looks size wise, because you cannot get a good idea on the website. It's not completely useless, it's just not exactly what I wanted, but they did have several options on there if you guys were interested. But yeah, that is pretty much all I got. And I'm also going to add some more things to the kit. I mean, I did make a little list of what I need. I need some false lashes and glue and Q-tips, makeup wipes, makeup remover, lash curlers, cotton pads, stuff like that. So yeah, that is it for this haul. I am so excited to share this with you guys. And if you're curious about this look and what I'm wearing on my face, I will post all the makeup details down there below, just in case. I did do an eye tutorial on this look, so I will link that below and in the card up here in this video. Thank you guys so much for watching and hanging out with me today. I hope this video wasn't too long. Thumbs up if you like this video, subscribe, follow me on all my social media. All the links are below, as well as all the products I talked about today, and I hope you guys have an absolutely beautiful day. Mwah.